Before we move further session, let's revise some things. That is, when you talk about the DNA is act like a storage of genetic information. Storage of genetic information in the form of chromosomes. Okay. Now let's talk about the DNA strand. DNA strand look like this. It has a double template having double helix structures. Strands are look like this. Now let's talk about the process known as a transcription. Okay, what is transcription? The process in which mRNA participate and copy down the information from the DNA towards the ribosomes. For what purpose? For the production of new protein synthesis. Okay, so the process in which the mRNA plays an important role copying down the information from the DNA templates towards the ribosome for further new protein synthesis is called transcription. But one more thing you have to understand, mRNA transfer the complementary base pairs or nucleotide sequence. What is this exactly? Let's study here. Whenever the DNA is like this, undergo transcription process, mRNA come, there is the formation of the two different strands of the DNA. They are complementary to each other. What is complementary? If the sequence found over here on this strand is A, T, G, C, on this strand it will be T, A, C, G. So this is called complementary. So this copying down information done by the mRNA transfers to the ribosomes. This is called a process of transcription. Okay. Now let's study what is translation. Let's revise it. Translation is a process in which tRNA comes into the picture, which transfer some amino acids. How many amino acids present are there? 20, which transfer to what? Ribosomes. Only one reason is for new protein synthesis. So what is the process? Translation is a process in which already the ribosomes got the information via mRNA. Okay, it already got the recipe for the further protein synthesis from the mRNA. So according to the nucleotide sequence copied down by mRNA, tRNA, that is transfer RNA, brings the sequence of the 20 amino acid toward the ribosomes, and that process is called translation. Now let's study what is translation. Let's revise it. Translation is a process in which tRNA comes into the picture, which transfer some amino acids. How many amino acids present are there? 20, which transfer to what? Ribosomes. Only one reason is for new protein synthesis. So what is the process? Translation is a process in which already the ribosomes got the information via mRNA. Okay, it already got the recipe for the further protein synthesis from the mRNA. So according to the nucleotide sequence copied down by mRNA, tRNA, that is transfer RNA, brings the sequence of the 20 amino acid toward the ribosomes, and that process is called translation. Let's talk about the mutation. Mutation is nothing but a sudden change in nucleotide. When this happens? When the transcription process is going on. What is the transcription? Who plays important role? mRNA. So whenever the mRNA start copy down the information, for example, the sequence, suppose this is a DNA template having the A, T, G, C, A, T. Sequence is like this. It has to be copied down as T, A, C, G, T. Okay, like this. But instead of G, the second sequence, instead of G, we will transfer as A by mistake. Okay, so this is a minor change. Okay, this is a minor change, but is responsible for the different protein synthesis. So if there is a minor change only occur, but it result into the different protein synthesis. So example we have seen here is anemia. Okay, where sickle cell anemia is a thing where mutations occur while transferring the information. Instead of ribosomes is a biconcave structure in sickle cell anemia, it looks like a sickle cell. Why? Because the protein sequences change. Valine get replaced by something else. So we have to study that. So what is the mutation? A sudden change, and that it occur when the process of transcription is occur. So whenever it's a minor change, but it leads to the further dangerous thing, which is can be a lifetime change, we can say. So there is a little change, but which leads to the dangerous change. So that is called mutation. Now let's talk about the evolution. What is the evolution? Evolve ho jana means kya hona? Step by step the process is occurring. So evolution is a gradual change which requires a step by step modification. That's why it's known as a gradual change. Occurring in a living organisms occur a long duration. So evolution takes place a long duration to some changes occur in the animal as well as the plant cells. So this is a very slow going process through which development of organism is achieved. So this is a process which is a process responsible for the development of the organism's modification. There's something changes in appearances and all. It is a evolution, but it is a what is the thing over here? It is a long time taken process. Okay, so all these stages in the changes occurs in the various components ranging from stars and planets in the space to the biosphere present on the earth should be included in the study of evolution. So evolution includes everything from the star to the space, from the animals, from everything. So it is slow and steady process which takes a longer duration of the time. So formation of a new species due to the changes in a specific character of a several generation of living organisms as a response to the natural selection is called evolution. So what is evolution? Why? What is the requirement or the specific characteristics of evolution? The existence. Every living organism want to be exist, so it brings some changes in their cellular structures, physical structures, appearances, and but it's required. उसके लिए बहुत time लगता है. So what is the evolution? Evolution is what? A response toward the natural selection. So we are going to talk about the Darwin's theory when you are going to talk about the natural selection. So what is evolution? What we understand up till now, it is a long time taken process which occurs a gradual changes step by step. So okay, let's study about that. 3.5 billion years ago life had been non-existent on the earth. See, 3.5 billion year ago there was no human existence as well, not and no any animal was the present. So at the beginning there may have been only simple elements in the ocean, on the earth, and simple type of organic and inorganic compounds. So there was no such a variety was present. Simple organic and inorganic components were present. After the life has before the life has started, so complex compound like proteins and nucleic acid maybe have formed over the long period from those simple compounds. So what happened after that? Those simple compounds combined to form a complex compounds such as the proteins and nucleic acid. First primitive type of the cell may have been formed from a mixture of different types of organic and inorganic compounds. So number of those cells may have increased at the cost of surrounding chemicals. So if so as there is a changes in the surrounding, that is a whatever happened, the factor responsible for the natural selection as they going on, जैसे जैसे changes होने लगे वैसे वैसे जो cells थे उनकी complexity बढ़ने के. So there तो earlier हमारा जो animals थे, we say amoeba is a very unicellular से धीरे धीरे multicellular बन गए and more complex हो गए. तो human being is a more complex animal found on the earth. So धीरे धीरे हो गए. तो evolution takes a longer period. So there may have been some difference among those cells, and according to the principle of a natural selection, some may have shown a good growth and some may have perished without, could not adjust with the surrounding. So let's take example of dinosaur. What happened? We know the story why dinosaur is not existing today, because they are not able to survive in that extinct condition. So that's why they got vanished from the earth, and right now what we are living here as a human being. So at present crores of the species of the plants and animals with a huge diversity regarding shape and the complexity are present on the earth. Animal diversity ranges from the unicellular amoeba and the paramecium to the man and a giant whale.
सी व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट अमीबा इज अ यूनिसेल्युलर ऑर्गेनिज्म, माइक्रोस्कोपिक लेवल पे हमको देखना पड़ता है, एंड जायंट व्हेल इज द बिगेस्ट एनिमल ऑन दी अर्थ. सो ब्लू आई मीन स्पायरो से लेके अमीबा से लेके जायंट व्हेल तक क्या है, वैरायटी ऑफ द स्पीशीज है. और ये जो है स्पीशीज जो डेवलप हुई है उसको बहुत टाइम लगा. द लाइफ एग्जिस्टेंस ऑन द अर्थ एवरीवेयर फ्रॉम द इक्वेटर टू द बोथ द पोल्स, मतलब एवरीवेयर organisms are present at all the places like air, water, land, rock. Everywhere there is a presence or existence of organisms. So when you talk about the air, bacteria, viruses, all in water also there, land is also there, on rock as well. There are many organisms are present. Humans have shown a curiosity about the origin of life and reasons for such a great diversity in the present. So human has performed many experiments to understand that how the life evolved on the earth, and we have many theories. That one theory we're going to talk about that. See, earth since ancient period, different theories about origin and the evolution of life have been proposed till today. There are many theories has proposed. That is hypothesis. When you talk about the hypothesis, that means nobody knows about that. It's the imagination, and that imagination nobody can give a challenge. So that's called hypothesis. So whatever we theories have is all are hypothetical theories. So let's study what are that theories. Theory of evolution, and this is very important question as well. So according to this theory, first leading material of protoplasm, what is protoplasm? A single cell, do not have a cell wall, that is called protoplasm, has been formed in the ocean in the due course of time. Unicellular organisms was formed. So there was a presence of protoplasm first, then it started developing. It's from a unicellular organisms. Gradually changes occurs in the unicellular organism, from which larger and more complex organisms are formed. So from, I can say, there was a unicellular cell which undergo the development, form a multicellular organism. So there was a, in starting, unicellular organisms. So before the unicellular, there is a presence of protoplasm. We can say there is a presence of protoplasm. So duration of all the changes must be, listen that, how many years is there? Evolution is not a sudden change. इतु बितु जिम पैदा करके जल्दी नहीं आएगा. तो evolution takes a longer time. That is what 300 crore years. Changes and development in the living organisms had been all around and multi-dimensional. What is multi-dimensional? See, whenever the fish is developing, so it has to be get adapted with the aquatic water, aquatic environment, and the protection mechanism as well. So बहुत चीज़ों का ध्यान रख के कोई भी ऑर्गेनिज्म जब भी डेवलप होता है तो धीरे धीरे उसके सेल में बहुत सारी एडेप्टेबिलिटी आ जाती है. तो इट विल टेक अ लॉन्गर टाइम. सो विच इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जो चेंज होना चाहिए इवोल्यूशन का, वो क्या होना चाहिए? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होना चाहिए. प्रोग्रेसिव डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए ऑफ द प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स फ्रॉम द एंसेस्टर. When you compare ancestor and today, as we are human, we have a lot of difference in a physical and the immunity as well. So why the changes has been occurred? Because evolution takes place at every step of the life. There is a evolution takes place because there is a existence of life should be there. It's a continuity. It gives the continuity of life. Okay, so from the ancestor having a different structural and functional organization is called evolution. So what is evolution in a nutshell? Let's revise. It is the organization, progressive development of the plants and animals from the ancestor having different structural and functional organization. So there is a change in a structural and functional level, that is called evolution. That is very important question, and hope you understand that evolution is a very important point in this chapter.